Listen. Sorry, let it call. Sorry, give me 1 second though. Give me a water. Chef Micheju kon Mumbo. I had this thing set up. It was all set to go. Copy. Okay. Chef Micheju kon me by settings. You know what you should know. Stream. Okay. So my introducing saying so my going wally. Show. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, what you understand? Say paste. Apply. Okay. Start streaming. So I'm a better to say. So what I will do is I'll just make it to myself. Pin me for now, then I'll bring you in. Okay. So káàsán gbogbo lé káàsán o. Season wà ló kí gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ òjìrè. Ẹ kú bí ọjọ́ òní ṣe rí. Mbo. Can you check in here? 1 second. Just checking something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Káàsán gbogbo lé káàsán. Season wà ló kí n látorí Odùduwà TV radio. Mi mọ̀ tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi, tẹ́ bá ń rí mi, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Ká tó tẹ̀síwájú, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi. Mo kàn fẹ́ mọ̀ tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré ṣe àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan díẹ̀ báyìí. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Mo rò pé ẹ ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ẹ ń gbọ́ mi. Mo kàn fẹ́ ṣe àwọn àyẹ̀wò kan ní. Tó ẹ ṣeun. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe ń ṣe ètò wa lọ. Nta bá wá lè ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí Yorùbá ni ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwa ọmọ Yorùbá àti àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gbé. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín? Mo mọ̀ tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi dáadáa? Okay, ẹ̀yin ń gbọ́ mi. Okay, mo kàn fẹ́. Wọ́n ní pé no source selected. Èwo leléyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré wo platform kejì. Ń bọ̀ o. Mo kàn fẹ́ make sure pé wọ́n ń gbọ́ mi ní ká tó tẹ̀síwájú. So, ṣé mo náà láti ṣe? Wọ́n ní go live. Òun náà rí now. Okay, yes. Mo rò pa tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe ṣáà fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan. Mo ń check system mi kó lè make sure pé ó wọlé ni. So, yeah. Káàsán gbogbo lé káàsán. Season wà ló ń kí gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ òjìrè báyìí. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo kàn fẹ́ rí pé ṣé ń gbọ́ mi ni. Kẹ́ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. A ní àlejò pàtàkì tí a fẹ́ tó wà lórí ètò lónìí tí a gbé wá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa gbà wọ́n wọlé. Àwọn ní alàgbà Samson Akinola. Wọ́n ti ń ṣe ètò ribiribi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ìdáàbòbò àwa ọmọ Yorùbá. Kódà wọ́n àjọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ti Yorùbá nation nígbà náà lọ́hùn. Tàjọ ń ṣe ètò ti Yorùbá nation. Bẹ́ ṣe ń wo ètò yẹn bá wa máa pín ètò yìí o. Wọlé kí ẹ bá wa pín, ó ṣe pàtàkì. Ẹ bá wa pín kó lọ yíká kí àwọn èèyàn wa kí wọ́n lè gbọ́ àwọn tá à ń sọ torí ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì la bá wá lénìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì gan la bá wá. A dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa, gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ òjìrè, kí a wá gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n ń sọ. Àti alàgbà Samson Akinola ń sọ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe sọ, nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìjàǹgbara fún Yorùbá nation. Èmi àwọn alàgbà David Hamilton Akọgun, Erelu àti Heritage àti àwọn tó kù náà àti Rahman lájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kíní ọ̀hún. Mo fẹ́ kí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà wọ́n wọlé kí a wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tí a bá wá lè ní gangan. Tá bá wá lè ní gangan ní ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ìdáàbòbò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá bá wá lè ní òun lọ̀rọ̀ ètò ìdáàbòbò. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín? Pé kí ilẹ̀ wa tòrò. Ó ní ọ̀nà tá máa gbà tá máa fi ṣe ètò ìdáàbòbò yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn bàbá wa náà. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n lọ́yà láwọn náà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ kíní dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbé wọn wọlé. Ṣé wà ńbẹ̀? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà? Hello? Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé yín wọlé ńsìn. So, ẹ jẹ́ kí n yọ pin yẹn kúrò. Ó yá ẹ lè fojú hàn. Àwọn ni Samson Akinola, lawyer ni wọ́n ní UK níbí báyìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe ojú yín ò hàn, mi ò rójú yín o. So ẹ kàn lè yọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe báwo mo ṣe lè ṣe báyìí náà, màá ṣe báwo mo ṣe máa, ẹ fún mi ṣẹ́jú kan. Ask to start video. So mo ń bi yín tẹ́ bá lè start video yín. So ẹ kàn accept. So ẹ ṣáà fún mi ṣẹ́jú kan. Wọ́n wà ń bí báyìí àmọ́ ojú wọn ò hàn lórí kinní, ó máa tó hàn sìn. Àwọn rèé, wọ́n máa tó gbé ojú jáde sìn. Ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ bá pín ètò yìí o. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ ǹlẹ́ o. Ẹ dẹ̀ kú gbogbo ẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ gbóhùn sókè kí ẹ sọ fún, ẹ bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní ṣókí díẹ̀ ká tó wá bọ́ sínú agbami ọ̀rọ̀.
Lọ́wọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, á fi ààbò rẹ̀ bò wá, ṣùgbọ́n ká fi ààbò bo ara wa lọ́nà òfin àti ọ̀nà tó tọ́ láti dáàbò bo ara wa.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Ẹ ṣé gan, thank you for welcoming me.
Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ káàbọ̀. Mo fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn wa kan mọ ìdí ẹ̀ tí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe jẹ yín lógún. Ní ṣókí ẹ kàn ṣàlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn wa bí tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bó ṣe ti wà lọ́kàn yín tó láti ìgbà tó ti wà lọ́kàn yín. Ẹ kàn sọ ní ṣókí fáwọn èèyàn wa kó lè yé wọn ìdí ẹ̀ tí ó ṣe pàtàkì kí tẹ́ fi ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ ń gbé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ ṣeun.
Anyway, kíní ti wà lọ́kàn mi láti ọmọ kékeré. I think mi ò rántí class tí mo wà nígbà náà, maybe it's form 3 or form 4. Nígbà tá à ń ṣe bóyá history là ń ṣe ní Yorùbá, mi ò rántí precisely. But the topic was about the Fulani invading lands, annexations of lands, and about to take over Yoruba land. So that day after the lecture, something struck me up and say, this thing is likely to reoccur in future. And I said to myself then, if it reoccur, I'll be there for it. As at that time, I should be 18 or 19 years. I should be 17 or 18, 20.
Okay, 20. Okay.
So, and that determination was inside me. Secondly, I had the mindset to become a soldier in Nigeria. But if anybody could remember vividly, in the 80s, that was the era of the quota system of going to the military. So it is only the Northerners that occupy the military there. The Northerners have about 60 to 70% opportunity to become soldiers. Why the remaining 30% distributed to all other nationalities? So I did my best to become a soldier, but all the effort was aborted. So after that, then I decided to travel out of the country. And since then, Nigeria has been there. But as time goes on, I still realize that I could see as a man that love to do research and do some extensive readings, apart from the legal aspect of it, I could see that I could see the sense of ethnic cleansing going on in Nigeria. That was about 15 years ago. So, and since then, I have the mind that, it is time for us to stand up and start defending Nigeria and defend our territory, especially the Yoruba land. So all is about how do we defend our land lawfully? Because you need to comply with the law of the land. So, but in my position now, all our actions will be legal to defend our land.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni. So ẹ̀yin ará, a máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní èdè, a máa dàpọ̀, a máa sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì àti èdè Yorùbá. Alàgbà ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, eléyìí tó bá rọrùn fún yín láti lò nígbàkigbà, ẹ lè sọ púpọ̀ náà àwọn èèyàn wa ó yé wọn, torí ẹ máa sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ pàtàkì kan. Now, ẹ ṣàlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn wa irú ìgbésẹ̀ wo láti gbé ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ń sìn láti dáàbò bo ilẹ̀ wa, torí pé a ti rí pé àwọn bòròró, àwọn ajínigbé yìí, wọ́n kàn ń yí wa ká, wọ́n ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi àṣemáṣe. Irú ìgbésẹ̀ wo làwọn èèyàn wa lè gbé? Àti kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́yin náà dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe ní ilẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí? Tẹ́ bá lè ṣàlàyé fún wa. yálà bóyá èdè Yorùbá ni o àbí èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì.
Number one, gbogbo agbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé a ní gbogbo ara ní ọ̀nà àti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lọ́nà tó tọ́ àti ọ̀nà tó yẹ.
Àgbọ́yé.
Because law have no respect of anybody, okay? And ignorance, I'm sorry, it's not law. Okay, I don't know, it's not law.
Right.
So our reasonable defense is allowed. But before I get to that level, according to what you asked me now,
right,
we start with the 1999 Constitution, Section 1.1.
Section 1.1
is declared clearly. Section 1, sub 1 declared clearly that nobody is above the law in Nigeria, either individual, groups, any nationality, or even the authority, who is the government. Every one of us, we are subject to the law of the land. So that is the welcoming package that the 1999 Constitution gives to every one of us. Nobody is above the law.
Very good.
Now, from the onset of what is going on, in my opinion, right, I could sense right from a boy or a teenage guys, I could see that the Northerners have a little privilege above the law in the northern part of Nigeria.
So, can we deem that, is that not the quota system that you're saying in effect?
Although it could be maybe because they use penal code in the northern part of Nigeria, while we use another code in the
south,
west.
Okay.
So it could be, but that is not the issue here.
Okay.
The issue here is that either for the penal code or the other code, kidnapping is still a crime in penal code or
whichever code, kidnapping is a crime.
Is a crime is there. However, the 1999 Constitution, who's the supreme, define that this is a criminal offense.
Yes, absolutely.
If you look at the which section, I don't prepare for that one today, no, because I just want to talk briefly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But the area I want us to talk about is which is the what those about the S-men.
Yes.
That they used to go out regularly. You see, they always stand on Section 41 of the 1999 Constitution, which is freedom of movement. Yes, every human being is allowed for freedom of movement in Nigeria.
Okay,
which I agree. But the freedom of movement under Section 41 does not include freedom of movement of the cattle.
So yeah, so under freedom of movement, they have now used that to also include the freedom of movement to allow the cattle to go anywhere. That applies to the people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Freedom of movement under Section 41 of the 1999 Constitution amended is for people, not for animals.
Okay, I'm with you.
So
okay,
that area, that is a criminal offense.
It is.
Now, to buttress that criminal offense, now we're not going to look at before I go to the state level, let us look at what the law says in 1969. Under in the judgment of Justice Adewale Thompson in Abeokuta High Court Division, regarding S-men, Justice Adewale Thompson have banned open grazing in Nigeria, in the whole Nigeria entirely. It has been banned in 1969, but it keeps the law is not effective due to the poor governance, poor enforcement. So that was how the law is still effective. That was how the open grazing is still going on today, due to the poor enforcement we have in Nigeria. Under bad governance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did think the Nigerian government, the law enforcement agencies have complied with it from 1969. This problem will not happen to date. But you have to remember that who were in the government in those days?
Yeah.
The majority of them are the Northerners.
Yeah.
Now, due to what is going on at the moment, in the past, we used to combine all Northerners to be Hausas. But the Hausa people have came out now and said we should not call them Hausa Fulani anymore. That Hausa is different from the Fulani. Fulani is different from the Hausa.
Yeah.
And there are people writing an open letter to the federal government of Nigeria to disconnect the connection given to both of them, that they are not the same.
They are not the same at all.
Thinking.
I'm with you.
So the Hausas are quite meeky, humble, accommodating, hospitable in their community. But our major problem since then are the Fulanis. The Fulanis are the major problem of this country of Nigeria. And I have many evidence and points to defend this.
Yeah.
For example, now, if you interview, which I will do the open interview if I go to anytime I went to Nigeria, to hear from people's opinion. Who are the problems? Who are giving all this problem of this X-Men and the jihadists? Islamization in Nigeria. Which nationality
are causing the problem?
It's very obvious that they are the Fulanis. And why do I say they are from the Fulanis? I'm going to mention some names now. The names are open on the, if you can do your research.
Yeah.
Starting from, I don't want to start from Gumi. I will start from the former minister
Pantami.
When he was the minister, he made some statement
to
glorify and sympathize with the terrorists, which is a criminal offense under the Nigerian Constitution.
Indeed.
Professor Usman Yusuf is an accomplice as well, making statement to glorify terrorism in Nigeria. Then Bello Badejo, who is the president of Military Halakatu Hall.
Yeah.
That one is known to be a terrorist from the beginning. And he has been charged many times, but he has never been to prison.
Okay.
We go to El-Rufai. El-Rufai's statement when he said that anyone that disrupt or keep Boko Haram, he said it's a loan that person take. He's going to pay later or he's going to pay it now, but he or she surely pay the loan back. So don't touch the Fulanis. So now, to facilitate this thing forward, not to waste people's time, I would like to mention the name of Gumi now. Gumi has been the spokesman of terrorism in Nigeria, seeking for the welfare and security of the bandits in Nigeria.
Indeed.
The question is, all the statement of Dr. Gumi, everything, Gumi is an accomplice in my legal opinion now. He's an accomplice to all the killings in Nigeria.
Yeah.
My worry is Gumi not committed any offense in Nigeria? And let's flash back to 2010 and of recent, when Gumi was deported from Saudi Arabia on 2 different locations. So the question is, why was Gumi deported from Saudi Arabia, the home of Islam? What does Saudi Arabia government say? They said Gumi's system of preaching Islamic is contrary to the doctrine of Islam. So they said Gumi will breed terrorists in their country and they have to deport him in 2010. So the second time, they don't even allow him to enter.
I'm with you.
They have been submitted to the federal government of Nigeria and nothing has happened. So lastly, let me quickly chip into this one again, which is very important because there are records for it. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto, who I strongly believe, because of his tool, he shouldn't come into anything of this nature. But after being the Islamization program agenda in front of them. So it is in the paper and it's on social media where His Excellency Sultan of Sokoto made statement that the Boko Haram are doing the work of Allah. The logical question is, can Sultan of Sokoto expatiate what types of Allah job are they doing?
Exactly.
Because in my opinion, from the news and from everything I've seen, that is killing the unbelievers, killing the infidels, is the work of Allah. The question is that reasonable or unreasonable?
Very unreasonable.
Now, the last question is, the Saudi Arabia government they submitted some names to the federal government of Nigeria, that those are the names of the suspected terrorists in Nigeria, the funding terrorists and co. Up to today, the federal government of Nigeria have not done anything to it. So in this situation, I see the federal government of Nigeria being accomplice as well.
Indeed, indeed. I agree with you.
This ethnic cleansing that is going on, in my own opinion, I see it as ethnic cleansing.
It is.
The issue of Boko Haram and this and that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. If not for the effort or what President Trump did in last year, December 2025, I think those guys will have gone to the second phase.
They would have gone, yes.
Going into the city to slaughter people. Either you, if you cannot convert to Islam, you die. That is what they said. The Quran told them. Now, these same people are saying now that the Sultan of Sokoto made the statement as well, plus Gumi, that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. This statement alone, it can bring riot in the country.
Yes.
According to the Constitution of the land, Section 10 of the 1990 Constitution, it stated clearly that Nigeria is a secular state.
Yes.
Meaning, you can do any type of religions you feel like doing as long as you don't use it to hurt anybody. Now,
that's correct.
Let's go back to Section 38(1) of the same Act, 1990 Constitution. It stated clearly that freedom of religions, so that you can decide any type of religion you want to do. It's a freedom. As soon as it doesn't
impact somebody else. Yeah. I mean, just to rephrase that section, it says Section 10 states that no religion.
38(1).
Oh,
38(1).
Oh, 38(1). Okay, carry on. Sorry. No, you go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Section 11. Go ahead. 38(1).
Freedom of religion. That means I can do any religions I feel like doing.
Okay, let me just bring that up as I'm talking to you. Carry on. I'll see if I can bring it up. Emma, any issue?
Now, you see, on that area, I strongly believe the federal government of Nigeria is supposed to come in. So my concern in that area is, how many times has the Nigerian president briefed Nigerians about the progress on insecurity in Nigeria?
Yeah.
In my opinion, according to the news I'm hearing every day in Nigeria, the everyday human being die through Boko Haram.
That's correct.
So then what the question is, who is the commander-in-chief of armed forces in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Who is the president of Nigeria?
Exactly.
We need to ask ourselves questions. This question is not to discriminate, or it's not to undermine anybody, because the paramount responsibilities of the government in any part of the world is
safety and security,
and the security of the citizens.
Yes, exactly. Section
14(2). Section 14(2)(b).
That's correct.
Of 1999 Constitution states clearly that the security and the welfare of the citizens shall be paramount to the government, which is their primary responsibilities.
Exactly.
The government is saying they are busy giving us development, institution and this. The logical question is, if the government give us great development now in Nigeria, the question is, who are going to use those development? Indeed. Is it the ghosts or the disabled people?
Exactly. Now, just a quick question. Mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ní èdè Yorùbá fáwọn tí wọ́n bá ń gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Section 42A yẹn, abala kẹrìnlá ẹsẹ̀ kejì B ni wọ́n sọ yẹn. Wọ́n ní ààbò àti àlàáfíà ènìyàn ni yóò jẹ́ ìdí àkọ́kọ́ ti ìjọba. So, fún ẹ̀yin Yorùbá, a kàn gbìyànjú pé ká ṣàlàyé yẹn fún yín. A ní ìwé kan tá tẹ̀ jáde tí ó jẹ́ ìwé òfin ní èdè Yorùbá. Atúmọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo kàn ní ká sọ yẹn ni. Please go ahead.
So now, if the government have failed on this area, I don't think the government is competent to be on the stool for purpose, because that government have failed.
Does that apply to successive governments as well? Because they've all failed to actually secure the lives of the people generally.
The past and the present, because the present government knows what is going to meet on the table. Is aware of it. So there's no excuse for him when he get there and say, I cannot do it. No.
No, indeed.
The reasonable question is, when President Buhari was in power, because of the crisis going on in the eastern part of Nigeria, the killings on the eastern part of Nigeria, they tag IPOB as terrorist organization.
Indeed. Indeed.
The concern now here is why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot tag Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria as terrorist organization under the leadership, under the chairmanship of Sultan of Sokoto. So, in my opinion, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not have the liver, the courage.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
That's why I said I give so much. I salute to the American government.
Oh,
to see the evidences on the table, and they could tag Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria as terrorist organization.
So you're saying that the Nigerian government has not tagged the Miyetti Allah as the terrorist organization, whereas
the Nigerian government doesn't have the liver.
To do that. I'm with
He's
you.
courageous to do that. That's why I call him. That's why I call him a lame president. He's a weak president.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, I mean, what steps would he have to take to actually? Can he do this by executive powers?
No. Yeah, yes. So the question is, how does PMB do this own?
It's by executive powers, I take it.
Yeah, he has the executive power to do. But he can even go to parliament if you want to go to parliament. Every one of us have seen the Boko Haram, that they are Boko Haram members, that they are killing. We have seen the death. You see, whenever you want to target under the law, we look at the actus reus and mens rea of the case. We have seen the actus reus, which is the death of people. That's the actus reus of the criminal offense.
Yeah.
Now, what is the mens rea of the offense? What are they killing people for? Islam.
Yeah.
Those people are 100% guilty of that offense. Because you cannot tell me to be a Muslim overnight if I don't want to be. It's a freedom of choice.
Very, it's true.
And we have where His Excellency is sympathizing with Boko Haram and fighting for the security and welfare of the Boko Haram. That is total criminal offense.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, it is very important. Now, what if, I'm trying to understand the steps of the government. It seems as though there are some people who are in powerful places in the government of Nigeria that are supporting these terrorists. But in doing the steps, the government therefore doesn't have the complete free reign to tackle them head on. Could that be one of the reasons why the steps that you expect President Tinubu to take right now, he cannot necessarily take? And is that something worth considering in what is happening right now? I don't know. I don't know if you follow what I'm saying. We know that.
Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. Well, in my opinion, as Nigerian language used to say, they said that people that are kaba.
Aha. Okay.
So, let's assume there are kabas in the system. If that was the statement of Kaba and the statement of a US mayor, what can he say? Made mention of the statement that terrorists are among the Tinubu government.
Okay.
Which it is, I agree with him. Terrorists are among the government. Now let's look at the statement of Nuru Ribadu.
Yes.
The NSA, National Security Advisor to the government. Look at the statement saying that the terrorists are their families, are their friends.
That's crazy.
So in that statement,
that is very compromising.
Yeah, you will see that we cannot win the case.
Let me bring that up. Give me 1 second. I want to bring that up as you said it now. Say it. So I want to show people. So Nuhu Ribadu. Because we need to say this as it is. And thank you for bringing it up. Nuhu Ribadu says terrorists are their family. Terrorists are their family. I want those people to see those words, their families. because that way people can understand why we need to do the steps that you're taking now. So 4 days ago, let me see. I want to see if I can play it. Let me see if I can get it right. Just give me a minute. So I'm just going to try and bring that up in the broadcast. But it's a very important point that we have to acknowledge. And oftentimes, a lot of us are not aware that, yeah, there we go. So
look for this video as well, or and the statement where Dr. Shehi Gumi said that we have to either we like it or not, we have to live with the herdsmen. So the logical question there is, the question we need to ask ourselves is, can we live with the herdsmen in Southwest Nigeria? The
answer is no. We can't.
No.
Can we live with them?
And we explain. Yes.
Okay. Let me see.
Who are the herdsmen? The herdsmen that complies with the law of the land.
Yeah.
What is the law of the land? For example, now, as I stated, under section 1, sub 1 of the Land Use Act 1978, it has vested all the lands in the federation of every state into the hands of the governor of that state.
Okay.
Now, the governor of Yoruba land state in 2021, excuse me, all the governors of Southwest, they make a bill anti-open grazing laws that no one should rear cattle on the community again.
Yeah.
That anyone that wants to bring cattle to Southwest must convey the cattle through lorry, either truck or trailer.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
So that was what government said. Now, so anyone of them that complies with that law, they can be in the Southwest Nigeria.
Yeah.
No objection about that. But my objection is about the Fulanis that defies the law, they rear their cattle on our community and on our street.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are claiming that Nigeria belongs to them. One.
Yeah.
Second, and these people carry dangerous weapon with them. Two. And the dangerous weapon is not allowed in Southwest Nigeria.
No, it isn't at all.
So in Southwest Nigeria, we don't allow gun.
No. Give me 1 second. Give me one.
If you say you have a gun, if the gun is licensed, it's a different case.
One second.
The guns are,
one second. Just give me 1 second. I want people to hear Nuhuribadu to talk about his brothers. Here we go. So.
Idan an ce hannunka ya kama ciwo za ka yanka shi ne? Ko ba yadda za a yi kaki kaso daga gida in wajen wani. Akwai dewa waɗanda suke neman zaman lafiya. Akwai dewa waɗanda suke so a bar wannan abubuwan ne. Ya kamata mu fahimta akan cewa ba yaƙi muke da wata ƙasa ba. Ba wasu mutane daga waje bane muke. Abu ne masifa da ta zo mana gida. To idan Allah ya taimake mu za a samu fahimta. Abinda da ɗan uwa yake faɗa da ɗan uwa, Allah zai kawo fahimta akan cewa ya ce a'a bai ba daidai bane a bari. Kuma alhamdulillah ana samu.
So
ana kokari a samu fahimta.
So basically, thank you very much. I'm gonna thank you for letting me play that. So he's speaking in Hausa to his people, and he's saying the words he said is, if your own brothers live in the same house with you and something happens, would you say he is no longer your brother? He's saying to his people in Hausa, thereby condoning the actions of the Fulani terrorists. So it's important that we understand that. And I hope people saw that video. So I'm going to look for, go ahead.
So from that statement, that is one of the grounds. I stand firmly in Yoruba land that any herdsmen you see on our street, running cattle on our street, arrest them under the law.
Okay, and speaking of the law, what section, can you tell the people what section of the law they can use? I believe it's section 40 or something, is that correct?
Okay,
of the Nigerian police.
Let me break it down to you.
Yeah.
This is the law. Okay, but I don't know if they can see me.
Yeah, they can see you.
Law of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. So on this area, we call it the Police Act.
Okay, I'll move forward.
I'll go to the Police Act 2020, Section 39. So
okay.
I want to read it verbatim so that people can understand. I'm not making this up.
Yes.
Section 39 of Police Act 2020 says a private person may arrest a suspect in Nigeria who, in his presence, commits an offense. What is the offense of the criminal of those suspects? They are running cattle on our street. That is an offense. Or whom he reasonably suspects of having committed an offense for which the police is entitled to arrest without warrant.
Okay.
So that is the law. So under this level, because the governor of that state have signed anti-open grazing law, have make it a law that no one should react cattle anymore. So if he now spotted any herdsmen with cattle on our street, he give them citizens arrest. Section 39 of the Police Act empowers you to do so. Now, the same act, Section 41A, now says clearly that you must hand over of an arrested suspect by the private person to the police, to any police officer near you, or we go to the nearest police station. That was what the law said. So every law, we have to comply with it in order for us not to find ourselves being guilty of
breaking the law.
Yes. So you need to comply with Section 41, that we take the Fulani, not only the Fulani, the herdsmen and their cattle, we walk them straight to the nearest police station and we hand over there to them. But in order for us to have successful handing over to them, we need to comply with Section 37 of the same Police Act that state that we must not torture anybody.
Indeed. Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
You must not torture them, and we must not treat them with bad behaviors. We must not use derogatory statement to them.
No.
So as now we comply with Section 37, 1A
and B,
I think we are done. We are good to go. And no problem should happen to us.
Okay.
On this same act as well, the grand law of the Nigeria, that is 1999 Constitution as amended, he stated the same thing under Section 34(1). He said that you must not torture anybody, not in Wume, and no derogatory statement.
Okay.
So as soon as we comply with those things, we can do citizens arrest, private person arrest to any herdsmen on our street.
Okay. Now, speaking about that, you know, the words that we read now, they are in English. Now, the communities that often these terrorists go to, they don't speak English. How do we deal with that in our community? What steps can we take to make sure that the people in the community understand those laws in their own language to be able to take action? What steps can we do to help them in those areas?
It's one of the things I said that we need to do some translation into Yoruba, which we have started.
Yes. Yes.
Which we have started.
Okay. Okay.
So the last thing I would say is regarding those herdsmen.
Yes.
Or no, regarding the herdsmen and farmers. So it's a different case now. The herdsmen and farmers.
Yes.
You know, the case of herdsmen walking their cattle on our street, different case. Now the herdsmen and farmers in their farm.
Yeah.
So this is my suggestion. In order for me to give me the lever to make substantial compensation for them.
Okay.
So I said, in your farm, which I said in one of my
broadcasts,
visit to one area in Osun State, Bogun.
Bogun, okay.
Any farmer in your farm, do me a favor, have a small billboard, a placard in the four corners of your farm, and say, this is a private land. Trespassers shall be prosecuted.
Okay, so you actually have to write that in the four corners of your farm.
Yes, if you did, and make it, if possible, try to write it in 4 different languages.
Okay, 4 different languages.
Hausa, Igbo, Fulani,
Yoruba,
French.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have those one in your farm, and they now enter your farm and destroy your farm, I will get you reasonable compensation. Because the majority of those farmers are saying, even though they go to police, police will only compensate them with 20,000 naira. Out of 1 million something destroyed.
Because they are obviously pocketing a lot of them. Some of the police are working in,
you know. So that's why I said that if he did what I asked you to do, and if anything happened to you, if permission before we even go to police, I will retain about 2 or 3 cows for you.
Okay.
As compensation. That's a swapping. You have to swap it. You destroy my farm, I will retain 2 of your. Then when we go to police station and get to court, the court will hear, we're going to evaluate how much, what is the damage
has been done. So this is a very important point, and I'm so glad that you've been able to address this, because for so long we see farmers having their farms destroyed by these terrorists, and they're receiving no compensation in countless destructions of the farms. I want to applaud you for your tenacity in really coming up with a very cogent solution. So just to recap on the solution, number 1, in your farm, in 4 corners of your farm, make sure you have the translation of your ownership of the land written on a board, preferably in 3 to 4 or 5 languages: Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, French, and English, to make sure it's in all 4 corners of your farm. Now, on top of that, should in case something happens, that is evidence right there that you displayed that in, for the general public to see. So now, when you now go to the courts or decide to take the Fulani herdsman to court, you have evidence of you before they even arrived on your farm that they had a notice that they ignored. Secondly,
very good point.
Secondly, going forward, you can, on the basis of that announcement, you can confiscate their cows. Obviously, you have to do this in safety. Don't do this, please. Anybody, if your life is under threat, don't try and go for their cows. Please try and just be very, very reasonable. We have to be on this platform. We want to make sure that when we are giving advice out, that it is with a sense of awareness of the situation that we're in. Always judge that. Only try to confiscate cows where you know that your life is not in danger. If not, just record it, at least have an evidence. Now, when you now go to court, you lawyer, sorry, can I call you a lawyer, a barrister? Sorry, let me.
Lawyer.
Yeah, lawyer Samson Akinola will help them in getting compensation as long as you have done that first thing. Put a display notice in the 4 corners of your farm. Please share this message. We are talking about cogent actions that we can take to confront the menace of the Fulani herdsmen. Thank you very much for that. I'm really glad that we were able to talk about this in that way. Carry on, please, and we'll come and reiterate that point. Thank you. Let's proceed.
So that is it about that area. So on that area, there are a lot of things we can do together to ensure that we keep our farms safe. Just like, for example, now, AY, I don't know if you have experienced it.
Yeah.
If you enter any white man compound, he will tell you, or
you're trespassing.
You mistakenly park in a garage of a white man.
Yeah.
He will tell you, move your car. This is a private property.
Exactly.
He will walk here straight away.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Because that is not government land. It is own private property.
Yeah.
And if you refuse, instantly police will be there. Because that is a private land.
Yes.
It's not yours. And it's not for government.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Those are the things we need.
Benny. We need to.
We try to do this one, although in the judgment of 1969 from Justice Adewale Thompson, only farmer confess woko wọn nítorí kí màlúù wọn bàjẹ́. Ó ní kí ẹ tó ń da màlúù take care my bread, come on,
but okay, agboye.
For me to have more evidence. That's why I say, okay, well, let me do it this way, that no matter the case may be, you cannot lose the case in the court. You now put something in your farm to say, this is a private land. Do not enter. Trespassers shall be prosecuted.
Indeed.
Put it in 4 to 5 different languages. With that evidence and with the judgment and with the law of that state that say anti-open grazing law, then you are done to go.
Yeah. Fantastic. So now, what can the community, with what you just said now, how soon can the community start doing what you just said?
Yes, I'm already meeting with some groups this next week.
Okay.
In Ondo State, Ekiti area.
Okay.
So we start disseminating the information to them.
Okay. Okay.
So pending on the time, I will be in Nigeria in June.
Wow.
I make it an open awareness.
So please tell us briefly, don't go into too much detail. You were previously in Nigeria, and you and I, we were in Nigeria at the same time. Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet. Were you in Nigeria over December?
Yes, I was there in December, and I left 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Wow.
And most of the job I did in Nigeria then, there are some northerners that they are so calm, Mickey. The people I went to, about 2 of them, they come and they agree with us. So their kindness, their hospitality to us, it doesn't give me the grace to say I want to record, because they give us an ovation.
They understood.
They give us good welcoming.
Is there something the government should be doing? Isn't there something the government of Nigeria should be doing about the fact that when the Fulani herders are going to go into communities where there are people who have their own farms? Isn't there something that the government should be doing to train and educate the herders that, one, you do not go into those communities with arms, two, you do not go into the farms to destroy their crops, because you are taking away their livelihood? Isn't there something the government could do in that area?
Yeah, the government could do it. The issue is that when the Southwest government are trying to comply with the law, and the Fulanis from the north are saying, don't comply with the law. Nigeria belongs to us. You can do anything you want to do when you get to Southwest. Can you see the conflict?
Yes. So there is a clear conflict.
So now, what we can do now in Southwest is, which I strongly believe that the Amotekun should have been legally trained on that area.
Yeah. Yes.
Agbekoya should have been legally
trained in that area.
OPC too should have been legally trained on that area. That whenever you see those S-men, you need to arrest them. So with the presence of all those who are mentioned, and the Fulani S-men are still going to place, they are still parading their cows on our streets in Western Nigeria.
That's correct.
That means those areas too are weak, my opinion.
So the government, the issue now is the state government, the federal government need to institute a training program for the Agbekoyas, the OPC, the vigilante groups, whereby they are trained in how to get the Fulani herders to inform them that, look, you are trespassing, you are not following the rules. They have to train them in how to capture these people, how to identify them within each and every community. That will require...
Yes, that is what we are going to work with government from June this year on that area.
Okay. So, who is there? What is the uptake of this kind of idea from the local government to the state government to the federal government? Are they welcoming this idea, or how are they taking it thus far?
Well, the issue is that they will welcome the idea as soon as it is not violent. As soon as our approach will not lead to violence.
Okay.
Because we want a peaceful society. We want a peaceful hub.
Okay.
That's why I said, and you said it as well, that in my advocacy, I always say we comply with the law.
Yes.
We have planning, we have strategy, and we have exit.
Okay.
What do I mean by this exit? in case you want to see that this thing is getting out of hand, you deflame.
You sort of, you judge it and you protect your life for another day.
Yes.
I'm with you.
But the federal government will agree, the state government will agree, the local government will agree. Or let me put it in this phrase. According to the definition of government in Nigeria, Section 318 of the 1999 Constitution gave us the definition of government in Nigeria, which includes the federal government, the state government, the local government, and all governmental agencies, which police are there, police, army, all law enforcement are there. So they are all in one body defined government. So in this situation, we will work with them in accordance with the law of the land, because we are exercising our duty as Nigerian under Section 24A. And we need to respect the Constitution and respect all institutions and protect Nigeria, defend Nigeria.
Okay.
So because majority of those Fulani, as we said, majority of them are foreigners.
They're correct. That's correct.
Be in Nigeria, and perhaps they can be in Nigeria if they come in with a deal with immigration
paperwork, with the correct paperwork on them, showing, identify them as foreigners.
Immigration permit to be in. That's fantastic.
So we're not saying that it can't come in because you're a foreigner, but you have to come in with the correct papers. But you have to
under the I think African Charter of People's Rights, they have the right to come in.
And ECOWAS as well, I believe. ECOWAS laws.
But the ECOWAS are only 3 countries are not allowed in Nigeria anymore.
Yes. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Mali and
Burkina Faso.
They are not allowed in Nigeria under the ECOWAS because they exit ECOWAS.
Yes. Okay. This is really important. Now, again, I'm just gonna for the purposes of helping the people to understand a bit more. I really like what you're saying. The people who are sort of very good in English, they can understand what we're saying, and they can go along. The concern that I have, not so much for what you're doing, and I have to salute you for the work you're doing, because a lot of what you're doing, you are funding yourself. Everything that you're doing here, you are self-funding. This is no fund from the government. This is entirely your own drive. You started this and you've started working on it by communicating with people in various communities as far as possible, and you're using your own personal funds. I want to commend you for this work, and I really want to support you. When I saw what you were doing, I've been seeing you in Nigeria once I was away, but I did try to contact you, but I wasn't able to. But I said, when I get back, you and I would have a tete-a-tete, a discussion like this on air, so that people can see that there are things that we can do. And I am hoping that many more people will support and emulate you. And indeed, please, do you have any platform that people can go to that they can maybe offer you direct support? If so, can you mention that platform right here?
Well, at the moment, I haven't done that yet. I want to get myself established very well before I venture into that.
Okay.
The most important thing is how to protect Nigerians residing in Yoruba land is my primary objective now.
Fantastic. And now on the issue again, like I said, we've talked about translating it, and one of the things that I've done, again, this book here, what I've got here, I don't know if you can see it, is the Àṣẹ àti Agbára tí a ní nínú ìwé òfin Nigeria ní èdè Yorùbá. What I've done basically with this is to have translated key sections of the Nigerian Constitution into Yoruba language. So, for example, where it talks about section 14(2)(a) in Yoruba, abala kẹrin ẹsẹ̀ kejì a sọ pé ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ oníṣèjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ìgbà gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Now, the purpose of me doing that was because I realized that our women in our market leaders, àwọn ìyálọ́jà, àwọn àgbẹ̀, àwọn ọdẹ, àwọn ọ̀dọ́, those who are in our local communities, they have no idea what the Constitution of Nigeria means in English if you read it to them. But if they hear what the words I said now in Yoruba, they can connect and relate it to themselves personally, that they have the power to hold their government accountable. So that is one of the things that I'm glad that you you support this, and you and I will work some more. And I'm quite keen to translate the police laws, the section 39, section 40, and others, to put it into a pamphlet as well, to be able to support.
Give me those ones to put in there, and the power of the police to arrest.
That's correct.
You see,
that's correct.
People that police are arresting in Nigeria.
That's correct.
Even some policemen in Nigeria, they don't even know the section that permit them to arrest people.
That's correct. So
they only say you're under arrest.
There you go.
You must go to the section that give you the power to arrest somebody.
Indeed. And this is about educating.
So I will give you that one as well.
Okay.
The powers of police to arrest. Under what condition can police arrest you?
Okay.
Because police cannot arrest you for civil case.
No.
Because I'm owing you.
Yeah.
You can't arrest me.
No. That is exactly. These are.
And police have been using it. And lastly, I would like for us to work on this area. The Nigerian soldiers.
Yes.
They are not allowed to go into people's house to say they are arresting people.
They haven't got the powers to do so in the Constitution.
Nigerian soldiers are not permitted to do that at all.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely oppressive act.
Wow. We are going to share this. Can you please state that again for people? So just state that section again. You're talking about the fact that currently some people use the Nigerian military.
It's abuse of power, and it's abuse of power for any soldier to come to your house and come and say they want to arrest you. If you experience that, please talk to that soldier to give you the section of the law under Nigeria Army Act that says he or she can come and arrest you in your house.
Wow.
Without police.
Fantastic. This is one of the reasons why we do programs like this. Is we want to educate our people to know that they have rights within the Constitution, that the Constitution guarantees, and also to make sure that the police, they have to be aware of the laws that they're using to arrest anybody and be able to quote it to back the justification as to why somebody's been arrested. And of course, with the army, to make it clear to them that if anybody tells the army, go and arrest somebody, the army has not got that constitutional power to arrest anybody or go to any property. Wow.
Yes.
Very important.
And if you want to put to that soldier man that you know what I'm saying, ask him to give you the section that back him up to arrest you.
So we'll be asking the army to give us the section that gives him the right to come to your property to arrest you.
Yes. Ask him.
Okay, so we need to, again, this is prompting our people to begin to ask and question those in governance. Now, one of the things that I always like to say to people is I always talk about the fact that we must participate in our governance. I believe for too long we have been so conditioned.
We have the right to participate in the good governance of Nigeria. Section 14(2)(c).
That's correct.
It gives you the power to participate.
Exactly. Which is that, the section 14(2)(c) states, I'll read it in Yoruba for those who are in Yoruba, I'll show you. 14(2)(c) states, ìkópa nípasẹ̀ àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn ìpèsè òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. So the participation of the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. So part of the provisions is that we collectively, we are sovereigns of Nigeria. And by that dint alone, we have the power to participate in our governance by holding any government official, elected or appointed, accountable to us, because we, the citizens, possess that power. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. Now, please tell us the name of are you happy to talk about the name of your organization that you've set up thus far? Or do you want to keep that under wraps for now?
Yeah, we are trying to register the Western Security Network.
Western Security Network.
Working with all the law enforcement agencies.
Okay.
To ensure all the Yoruba land are peaceful. That's under the Western Security Network.
Yes. Fantastic.
And we have another one, which is Western Forest and Border Patrol. Okay. This one, they will be working with the immigration to ensure that no illegal immigrant enter Yoruba land.
Fantastic. I'm really glad that you've given us the time to speak at length about this. I'd really like you to come back because I think we need to do this advocacy work for quite a number of times. And I would like you to give us updates about the progress of the Western Security Front and the Western Security
Forest and Border Patrol.
Forest and Border Patrol, because we need to support. And those of you watching this and those who will watch it later on, please let us get behind this initiative by lawyer Samson Akinola. It is a welcome move and it is advocating. We are talking about the protection of Nigerians on the Nigerian soil. At this point in time, let me say this clearly. Yes, we were talking about Yoruba Nation, but right now, our safety, our security as citizens in Nigeria is paramount. Without safety and security, you cannot have any long-term discussion about anything, about any future project. Right now, the safety of our people in their farms, in their homes, in schools, in churches, that is our top priority. And that means we need to use the laws of Nigeria as it currently stands to hold those who are transgressing the law, hold them accountable. So we support wholeheartedly the efforts of the Western Security Front led by lawyer Samson Akinola, and we really support you. And again, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you can do, he has a platform on Facebook, Samson Akinola. You can get in touch with him directly. And if you do want to support what he's doing, because this is all self-funding. What he's doing is incredible. It's self-funding. I have known lawyer Samson Akinola for quite a number of years. We've been on a lot of activism with Chowore, with with immigration, and of course with Yoruba Nation. But now this initiative of his is entirely self-funded, and it is to the benefit of we the people. It will be great to see some really important Nigerians getting behind this and actually using it as a platform to raise awareness in our community. We will need lots of translation. The kind of book that I just talked about, this one here, the Ashe Ati Agbara Ti Ani Ninu Yoruba. We want that to be available to all communities. We want that to be available to all Yoruba communities so that our people will know their rights in their local language and they can begin to hold the government to account. So and of course, he will be sending me more laws in terms of the police, to put the police laws in terms of rights of arrest and everything else. So we'll be working more on that. But I want to just ask: are there any final words you'd like to add to to say to the people watching so far? Yeah, let's say from you.
Yeah. The final word is simple. Please, all Nigerians, I would like you to abide with the law of the land. Do not violate any law in the issue of trying to get Yoruba land. And prevention, I've seen some diasporas. They're asking you to go for Nigerian people to go and announce the Yoruba Nation in one institution, in a radio station, and this and that. Please do not be a victim of that. Please do not support such people. We are still working on Yoruba Nation. At the moment, the law of Nigeria still controls us. You see, the issue is you can fight a constitution. You can criticize a constitution. You can challenge a constitution. You can rubbish a constitution, but you cannot ignore that constitution.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So if you ignore that constitution, it's going to bite you. So do not ignore the 1999
Constitution.
That 1999 Constitution as
amended.
It favored the North. It doesn't favor us. That is agree. I agree with you, but don't ignore it, because if you did, it's going to bite you.
Okay, and one more thing. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Now, you talked about that we shouldn't ignore it. There are people that have talked about, because of the actions of the Fulani bandits and terrorists in our community, some people are saying that they can go into a community and take action independently of, without any to stop them. What does the law say about that? And is that something advisable for them to do?
Well, they say we need to be very careful on this issue.
Mm-hmm.
And we explain clearly so that to avoid a future conflict.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in your house now, somebody busted into your house with weapons,
mm-hmm.
dangerous weapons, I wanted to kill you. And anything you see within your vicinity, you use it to hit the person and run away. On that area, you might not be found guilty because you are in your house.
Yes.
Start expecting somebody just came in about to kill you, and anything you find within your premises, you use it to hit the person and run away. What the law is looking for there is there's no premeditation there.
Okay.
So that you did not plan it, but you just use self-defense to escape. That is different. But the second phase is, let's say those people are disturbing us in our community, we are aware of it, and they are coming, and we are prepared for it. So I will adopt you, I will encourage you to use reasonable self-defense.
Reasonable self-defense.
Reasonable self-defense.
Okay. Very, very important. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Just one more final thing. So we are not advocating for people to take independent protection of their community. They must always seek the approval and the support of the federal, local, state, and federal government. Is that correct?
Yes. I think the majority of people, the question what they're asking is that they have called the police, they have called the soldier, nobody is ready to help them. So that is where I say apply reasonable defense if anybody attacking your house.
Okay, I'm good. Very good. Fantastic.
Reasonable self-defense.
Thank you so much for giving us the time to talk about this. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin ará, ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ, ó wà ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. A dẹ̀ láti kọ́kọ́ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ká lè ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ dáadáa. Òun ló ṣe kọ́kọ́ sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. Àmọ́ ìgbìyànjú tá à ń ṣe lórí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ńsìn, a máa kọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí èdè Yorùbá. A lè wá máa sọ kọjá gara. Ẹ jẹ́ mo fẹ́ bi ní kankan. Ní àwọn àdúgbò tí àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ń gbé ní ẹ ti sọ́nà, ọ̀dà ìpẹ́ ti dá mi lóhùn lórí ẹ sọ pé tí a bá ti túmọ̀ sí èdè àwọn nǹkan yẹn, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí èdè Yorùbá, wọ́n á lè mú lò ní àwọn agbègbè wa, pàtàkì jùlọ níbi tí wọ́n ti gbé ń jọ wọ́n lẹ́nu. Torí yẹn ni a fẹ́ ṣe gangan. Torí náà, a fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá wa pín ètò yìí, ẹ bá wa subscribe lórí Oduduwa TV Radio 2 tẹ́ ń wà lórí YouTube. Ẹ dẹ̀ bá wa subscribe lórí Facebook wa náà, àti TikTok àti Xspace. Ẹ bá wa pín ètò yìí. Ṣé ti gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ lénìí? Wọ́n ti dá ẹgbẹ́ tá ń pè ní Western Security Front sílẹ̀. Ìyẹn wà fún ètò dáàbòbò ní ilẹ̀ wa láti máa lo pàtàkì jùlọ ká lo òfin ìlú Nàìjíríà. Òfin ìlú Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo wa mọ̀ a fẹ́ lọ fún Yorùbá Nation, àmọ́ kì í ṣe ìsìn ètò dáàbòbò òun ni ó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ sà?
Yes.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni. So, ẹ̀yin ará, ẹ ṣeun o. Ẹ bá wa pé ètò ìtẹ́ bá ṣe ń bọ̀, a tún máa padà wá láìpẹ́ yìí. A kí yín gan ni, ẹ kú akitiyan, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún àsìkò tẹ́ fún wa lórí ètò ti òní. A tún máa padà wá láìpẹ́ yìí, a máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni, ẹ ṣeun. Àtẹ̀yìn náà, ẹ ṣeun, ó dàbọ̀, ẹ ṣeun. Màá drop yín sẹ̀, bye. So, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe báyìí náà, stop video. So, a lè sọ̀rọ̀ later, màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Now, ẹ ṣeun. So I'm gonna mute now. So bí mo ṣe ń sọ, gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe ń sọ lọ ká tó kásẹ̀ tó ńlẹ̀, mo kàn fẹ́ máa pin eléyìí ń lọ náà. Ẹ ṣáà fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan. Okay, ẹ ṣáà fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan, mo ń bọ̀. Hide. Okay. Remove. Okay. So gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe ń sọ, a kàn gbìyànjú lénìí pé a máa padà wá ìyẹn alàgbà ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n lọ́ọ̀yà Samson Akinola wọ́n gbìyànjú láti wá ṣàlàyé fún wa ara àwọn nǹkan tí alátìmọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tí a máa láti gbé kí a lè pèsè ètò ìdáàbòbò fún wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́ o Yorùbá nation ṣì wà lọ́kàn gbogbo wa ó yé wa àmọ́ sìn ètò ìdáàbòbò òun ló ṣe pàtàkì kí a kọjú sí. A láti lo òfin tó wà nínú ìwé òfin Nàìjíríà láti fi dáàbòbò ara wa láti fi gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó máa fún wa ní ìgbésí ayé tó rọrùn nínú Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ ló bá mu. Ẹ má bínú pé ó jẹ́ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni wọ́n fi ṣàlàyé àwọn kankan púpọ̀ náà àwọn kan yẹn àmọ́ àwọn òfin tó kọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni torí ẹ̀ àwa ń gbìyànjú ká máa torí àṣẹ ń ṣe ètò pé ká máa túmọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí èdè Yorùbá tí ẹ̀ ń rí nínú àwọn òwe tí mo fi hàn yín ṣe rí yẹn Yorùbá láti fi kọ la ṣe àṣìlédè Yorùbá ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ wò a tún máa padà láìpẹ́ yìí sinimá lókè láti orí Odùduwà TV ẹ ṣeun fún àsìkò tí ẹ fún wa lórí fọ́nrán yìí a kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa a tún máa padà wá láìpẹ́ yìí ẹ ṣeun o ó dìgbà kan náà o ó dàbọ̀ o ó dàbọ̀ ó dàbọ̀ ó dàbọ̀. Bom. So ẹ ṣeun gan ni o fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Those of you who are joining us earlier on, I want to thank you. That was lawyer Samson Akinola giving us advice as to how we can protect ourselves in Nigeria using the Nigerian Constitution and being able to arrest those who are committing crimes, terrorism crimes against Nigerians using the Nigerian law. We will come and talk some more about this. I want to thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to Citizen AY Oduduwa TV Radio right now, Oduduwa TV Radio 2. Help us grow the platform. We really do appreciate you. I'll be back later on. For now, thank you and bye for now. Bye.